You guys ready to hear some a little bit of instructions on how to use Mix It Up? Yes, we are. We want to hear it.
Yes, we want to hear it.
Okay, so Mix It Up is this. Actually, let me go to the website so you guys can see the website. Shit. I could do a really bad Sean Connery impersonation. Mixitapp.com. All right, and let me flip over to. Oh, that's weird.
That's weird.
Okay. All right. So this is Mix It Up's website, and this is, as I say, the only streaming bot you'll ever need. Period. So really, what it does is it's a executable that you download to your machine and you install it. And because you're installing it, that's weird. That's suspicious. I used to have those as samples. I can't ignore you all night. I'm gonna probably be talking for a bit. Guido, I'm thinking we could try on this Friday. That's what I texted you earlier. Hey, aka Headache. What's up? So, because you're installing it to your machine, it has access to stuff that most third-party services and extensions from Twitch don't have. Like, it can do stuff on your computer because it's installed. So you can, it integrates with a Stream Deck. Yeah. It integrates fully with Twitch. So all the API that Twitch has exposed, you can access and react to them. You can have it post to Twitter. You can have it do just about anything. Most apps that you, all right, Valorant, go have fun. Getting clapped by 12-year-olds. So, and you can have it interact with all your social media with Twitter, run commands. You can have it do some moderation stuff, timers. You can see all this stuff here. Like, it does a ton of shit. You can have it pop up stuff on the screen. Like, when somebody followed earlier and lurked, you can hear sounds and see images that I put in there based on what I set up and mixed it up. So it's pretty cool. You know, it just does a lot. And in order to download it, you just go to mixitapp.com. I'll just post this in chat. There you go. And then you just download the installer, download the zip, whatever you want to do, install it. The guys that wrote it, these three guys here, they all stream on Twitch, and you know they're under the Mix It Up account, and you can find them on most days and go ask them actually questions if you want. I haven't done that yet, but yeah, you can do that. All right. So once you get it downloaded and you open it up for the first time, it's going to ask you to log in. You basically have two logins for it. One of them is going to be for your main Twitch account, Morph Games in my case, and they also allow you to log in as a bot account. If you weren't aware, Twitch allows you to have at least one, I think two, but at least one bot account that you can use to do stuff on your machine. It's like registered as a bot basically, so it doesn't count in your viewer stats, and it's not like against their terms of service. So the reason why you would want to do that, why you want to create something and set it up, is because you can ask us to do things in your name as a streamer or under the bot account, which comes in handy. So I have Morph Bot and I have Morph Games, and so I logged in as both, and then it's all set up. And once it is set up and you have it installed, you can see the whole bunch of stuff you can go through. Now, I will tell you that I am not an expert in all of these, but I will go over the basics of what you need to know and what I'm going to show you is something that once you learn how to do this, you can do most anything in the app, because while there are a lot of different functions you go into, they all operate pretty much the same. But before you, what? It is free, 100% free. 100% free. Thank you, Goulet. Because I get in a role that yeah. All right. So it is free. All right. So first thing you want to do after you get installed, after you set up your accounts, is you want to go into services. I'm going to go into webhooks first, right? Yeah, actually you want to go into services, and whether you have OBS or Streamlabs or XSplit, those are the three softwares that they support. You have to hook up one of them to your instance. So like for OBS, I had to install a webhook. Once the webhook is installed, then I could go ahead and point this to that installation of that webhook, and then it connects. I'm not going to open that, click on that link, because I think it shows you the password that I use, and I'd rather not do that. But whatever it is, that check mark tells you that it is set up and it is working. So there's all of these things that you can connect it to, and if you have any of these services, once you connect them to it, now you can access the API for those services through here, so, which increases the amount of functionality that you have. So for me, obviously OBS is installed. The overlays can be installed by default, otherwise you're not using this at all. And then I have Streamlabs set up, because even though I'm not using Streamlabs actively right now, I'm still using some of the widgets and alerts from it, so I still want that connected. Same with Stream Elements. And then I connected to my Twitter, so whenever I go live, Mix It Up sends a message out to Twitter. Discord obviously is connected, so I can do stuff with my Discord. I can pull in chat messages. I can write stuff to my chat from Discord into Discord. If this then that is installed, when somebody redeemed the, I think it was you, Gillette, when you redeemed the lights off, that sent an alert to if this then that, which is connected to my lights, which are Wi-Fi, and it's able to shut my lights off, so that's handy. And the developer API is on by default, and then Stream Deck doesn't have a check mark next to it, but you do want to connect it with your Stream Deck too, if you have a Stream Deck. I don't use any of these other ones: Tippy, TweetStream, Rainmaker, Pixel, VoiceBond, VTube Studio, Patreon, Streamloops, Tiltify, Extra Life, or Just Giving. I don't use any of those, so that's why those aren't connected. But if you do, you just go in, you can just go in and log in, and then it's all set up. So you've downloaded it, you've installed it, you've connected your accounts, you've installed your webhook, and you have connected your relevant services, the main one being your streaming platform, your streaming software. Now you're pretty much ready to go. And the functions I'm going to cover right now are the ones that you're going to use the most often. And even though these aren't alphabetical, these really are kind of in the order of what you would actually use. Chat, channel, commands, events, timers are the big ones, and then the user will go through in a second. All right, so I'm gonna skip chat for a section, because really chat just shows you your chat. That's really all it does, your Twitch chat. And by the way, this does not connect to YouTube if you're streaming on YouTube. So we're gonna go into channel. Actually, no, we're gonna go. Oh, there it is. Remember Razor? I was saying that I was trying to figure out where the hell you find the channel to raid. So you go into channel and you hit find channel to raid, and all the channels that I follow, you hit search, and it tells you who's online, how many viewers they have, and then I think it's one. Yeah, he hit this button here, and it literally just starts the raid. It just starts. It just raids right from there. So yeah, I could. This is how I should be doing it every night. Like Shaylee is one of my regulars, awesome streamer. I would just go and I would hit this, and there we go. So don't let me forget to start to keep doing that. I really do mean to raid out. Just I forget. So there's channel. You can say something. Oh, I know why. Hold on a second. I'm gonna fix Goulet. Because I changed the scenes, and I didn't add the new audio thing under the new scene. All right, 1 second. One moment, please. And here, and add audio output capture. Okay. All right, we're gonna drag this down. We're gonna drag this down. All right, can you hold on a second? All right, I think it's good.
Bing bong.
Oh yeah, it's loud. All right.
Oh no.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Now I can hear you. All right.
There we go.
We're good. All right. Magic of editing. All right. So yeah. So this is the main thing you can do here. Obviously, you can update your titles and your game. You know, in here, if you're using OBS or Streamlabs, you can also do that through those platforms. But this just gives you another way, another place you can do it. All right. So that's channel. In commands, events, and timers. These are probably the three big ones that everybody uses to be able to make to maximize, mix it up. What are we saying here? My easy way to remember to raid out is that I hate doing outros. So as soon as I start feeling awkward, saying goodbye to people I remember to raid. Okay, aka Idig, that's funny. So you'll notice that sometimes when I'm having streams like this or I'm having interviews, I start to run out of things to say, and there's no question of chat, and I'm just like, nah, we're done. See ya. Yeah, that's what I do. All right, so we're gonna go into commands, and you can group these if you want, but commands, this is the basic thing you're gonna do in all of these. So I'm gonna say new command. Actually, this is gonna be easier if I show you in events first, because it makes a little more sense. When you connect to those services I was telling you about, every service you connect gives you the ability to use certain kind of events from the API. And so like for Twitch, you can see all these here. Your Twitch channel start and stop, your stream start and stop. When you're followed, hosted, rated, subscribed, resub, gifted, and mass sub gifted, which is, you know, more than one. Bits cheered, points redeemed, and hype train started and ended. Here's some generic ones, generally from Twitch. A new user joins chat, any user joins chat, a user leaves, timeouts, bans, message received, whisper received, chat message deleted. Here's something specific for Streamlabs, Stream Elements, Tippy, all these. We're gonna mainly I have focused on ones that are Twitch and generic. So let's go with rated. Okay. So I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna hit this edit sign. If I hadn't done one at all, I would hit add command. It would show you all this stuff. So I have a lot of commands in here. This is what happens when I raid, or when I get raided. So, and this is in order. So first thing I added was an overlay and image. And the way that you add things is you come down here to the bottom and you see where it says action. I click on this drop down, and this is all of the different things that can happen when this event kicks off. I can send a chat message, and a chat message is literally just what you think. It's just adding a message to chat. There's a command you can run, and if we add this, adds it to the bottom, and the command type is you can kick off something else. Like, so when I get raided, I could actually have it kick off another event. I don't know why I would do that, but I could. Or I could start a timer, or I could do a number of things. Like, in fact, this is a good idea. Like when there's one on here called channel points redeemed. When somebody redeems a channel point, what I should probably go and do is modify is I should go add a timer for like 3 minutes. And then when that expires, have it pop, when it starts, have it pop up timer started, and when it ends, timer ends, so I know what to do. You could add, you could do all sorts of things. All right. Let me delete that. So, but for this first one here, I used overlay images and videos. And so what this does is, like when I told you how to connect the webhook, what Mixitup is doing is and you add it as a browser source. Mixitup adds a web page basically to your computer that is overlaid onto Streamlabs, OBS, or XSplit, and it shows messages or images or whatever. And so now, like text, image, video, you could actually show a specific YouTube video if you wanted to, or a specific web page if you wanted to. In this case, I'm showing an image, and this image I'm saying is my raid image, and then you tell it where you want it to show up on the screen, how big it should be, how long you want it to last, how it should come in, out, what it should do during the time it's on the screen. Nerd Storm, what is up? What is up, dude? How you doing? Yeah, we're just going over Mix It Up. So the first thing that happens when I get rated is this thing shows up. And if I hit this, so this little button here, test command, you can not only test the entire set of events you have with a particular item, you can test each individual command inside of this. I have been using this for about 3 weeks, 3 or 4 weeks now. F bandit. So now I can hit play to test this individual command, and you should see on the screen, I think Mix It Up is in here. Yeah, so this is what it does. So when I get rated, this message pops up and it'll stay here for about 10 seconds. And that cues me in, no matter what screen I am in, that I've got rated, and now I can pause everything and I can just start, hey, welcome raiders, I'm Morph, blah, 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 blah. All right, so Nurse, thank you for the sub, dude. Hey, there you go. Thank you. I'm assuming you're just testing the commands. Well, it works. Nerd Storm, thank you very much, bro. I appreciate it. I really do appreciate it.
I have a couple of questions, by the way.
Shoot, go ahead. We'll say the questions. AKA Headache, here's a question I've got. Can I rename my groups in case I mess up naming one of my groups? What groups are you talking about? Like if you make a command, you mean? So this is where I wish like I could hear people, so it would be like, you know, instantaneous, a command group. Yeah. Yes. Let me go to some place where that might show up. So like, you mean these groups, AKA Headache? Like I name one mod commands and one user commands. And by the way, when we get to this, you know, you can set permissions to different levels. Yeah, so absolutely you can. And so actually and I'll show you when you create, when I go in events here, we're in raid. Yeah, these don't have command groups, but yeah, you can rename the command group, you can add them, you can do whatever you want to them. So hopefully that answers your question. But yeah, Nerdstorm, you are awesome. All right. So there's the first thing that happens. The next thing that happens.
Nope.
I have used this for about 3 to 4 weeks now. But once I got into it, because it's not because I have a background as a developer, but I mean, kinda. I fell in love with the programmatic aspect of this, so it came real easy to me once I get into it. Real easy. Like I say, if I say to name a group mod and then start typing the name again, no, I think you can rename it. We'll do that when we get in there. We'll do that when we get in there. So this kind of does run procedurally, but you can add, but actually I take that back. It does try to do everything at once, but if you don't want one command to happen before another, you can add, I believe there's a wait command. Yeah, at the bottom is a wait command. The wait command just says pause for this amount of time in seconds before you execute the next one. Otherwise, it will try to run everything over together. And for me, that's fine. So the next thing I have it do is I have it just throw in chat, hey, holy shit, so-and-so just rated with X number of viewers. Now you see this string of commands here? This is the data that you get from the API that tells you about what you can pull. There's this thing called special identifiers reference. Now don't stay with me. You click on this and it opens up a website, and this website shows you all the different like commands that you can use to build these messages to tell it what you wanted to tell it. Now there's a lot in here. I don't know everything that's in here. There's no reason for me to know everything that's in here, but this guide exists. I just want you to know that this guide exists and you can find out everything you need to know however you want to do it. In this particular case, I want to know who just rated me and how many viewers did they rate, so I can have that message go out there. Sorry, F Bandy, I apologize. All right, so that's how this works. And then I have it go down again, and now I have it show essentially that same thing on the screen. So you have the raid message, I'm putting it in chat, and now I'm doing it on the screen. Sir Winalot, what is up? This is not kind of neat, man. This is really fucking neat. This is really fucking neat. So how you doing, dude? Good to see you. So now it shows it on screen, and you can change the font color, the size, the font type, again, duration, all this stuff. Okay. And then I play a sound, and now you're gonna hear music. You're gonna hear music when it happens. It is super duper neat. Yeah, it is. And then so now I'm gonna shout out the person. This is just how I do it. And now I'm gonna start with the floating icons everywhere. And because of the way that Twitch chat works, I couldn't just string like 15 morph raids across the screen because it won't work. I had to do them individually. So yeah, all of these are the same freaking thing. And yeah, that's what they all are, because that's just how it works. So if I were to execute this whole thing, you will see, yeah, we'll pretend it's 123. So
That was a lot.
it was. So that is what happens when I get rated, and that way I can't forget it. I can't ignore the fact that I just got rated. But what I showed you here, how you set up how you add an action and you customize the action, right? This is literally what you do in all of the big commands in here. It's just more of that. That's what it is. So like if I go down to sub and I edit, you're gonna see the same thing. I'm adding a sound, I'm adding an overlay image, I'm adding a sub image, sorry, text on screen, and then I'm doing some stuff in chat. For me, it's a thanks in chat and then a shout out to whoever it was. And like I said, there are plenty of things you can do in here. There's a Discord one. I could actually post something to Discord if I wanted to, since I connected it. I could have it right to, this is where it's cool because it's on your machine, because this app is installed on your machine. You can tell I'm excited because I'm talking fast. It's also the energy drink. I could write to a file for whatever reason I wanted to write to a file. You know what, well, this might come in handy. Let's say that you want to know exactly when you got followed, or when you got hosted, when you got rated. You could actually say, okay, I just got rated, hosted, followed, subbed, whatever. You can write all that information from that entire event, who did it, how many they did it, when they did it, to a file for your own use later. You know, in case Twitch doesn't give you that kind of data, that's another way you could use this. You could call if then that. If you're using if this then that, holy shit, your options for what you can do is insane. There are so many things you could do with it if you're using it for that. You could actually have it integrate with your keyboard and mouse. I feel like you're trying to say something. No? Okay. Okay. Where do you pull your sounds from to use in the commands? So for me, the way that I do, where I get it from is, I like to pull sounds from TikTok. So I go on to TikTok on my computer and I record a sample from sounds that I like. I trim it if I need to, and then I add it to here. That's how I do it. And if that is against terms of service of anywhere, I'm kidding, and that was a joke for legal purposes. You could do text to speech. I don't have that activated yet, but that would be pretty cool. Like that was a, you know, so and so just rated me with 14 people. Where do you pull your sounds from in 10 words or less? All right. You could have it do something on Twitch. You can send Twitter. Like I said, there's a ton of things you can do here. All right. So that was that. And all of these are pretty much the same thing. You know, you want to do different things with them. One thing I will caution you against, and this is about lurkers. You do have an event that is exposed to you that tells you when any user joins your chat or joins your stream. Any user, whether they talk or not. If you go to the chat function up here, you can see the list of everyone in chat, even if they're lurking, right? People that lurk, they lurk for a reason. They typically don't want to be called out for whatever reason. So what I do is, because I don't want to call them out by name, because I literally could shout out every single person that came on my stream. I don't do that because I don't want to piss people off. But what I do, and this just gives them sort of an anonymous what's up, and it cues me into that someone else joined, is on any user joining, I just write, welcome to the show. That's all that I do. It just gives, oh, someone else just joined. I don't know who they are. I'm not looking to see who they are. I'm just saying, welcome to the show, not even using their name. I could, I wanted to. I don't want to, because I don't want to piss them off.
Be right back.
What?
Be right back.
All right. So that's why I do that. User ban, chat message received. My God, I can't imagine why anyone would want to use this one. You see, because every time you get a freaking message, I mean, you don't want, what are you going to do every single time you get a message? I mean, I guess if you wanted to log everything to file, that file command I showed you, technically, you could log everything that happens on your Twitch stream to a log file. I don't know why you would do that. I really don't. I really don't know why you would do that. And you can see all the stuff. You can see all of the amazing things you can do on here. It's so much shit. All right, so but that's about events. And this is the big thing. The big reason why I wanted to mix it up is because I knew I could do this stuff. So like, you know how if you ever use like Triggerfire or Stream Elements or Streamlabs or anything that has alerts or whatever, you know, you set up stuff through that. You could replace everything you do through those apps, because they're acting on events, the same events that Mix It Up has access to, but you would be able to control 100% of that locally. Do whatever you wanted to do to it, right? So I have actually, even though I'm connected to Streamlabs and Stream Elements, I actually don't use any alerts from them anymore. I just keep them on there for tracking purposes and to keep my account active. But I have all my alerts and everything coming through Mix It Up. Every single thing is coming through Mix It Up, because I can do whatever I want to it. Whatever I want to it. Yeah. So yeah, you can use Stream Elements. Sure, absolutely, you absolutely can. You could also use this, and like the custom images, you can't do those. You can't do those through Stream Elements to Streamlabs. You could pretty much only use. Why is it doing that? You can pretty much only use the graphics that they have there. You know, this allows you to go much further than that. So if we were to go down to timers, this is a very similar thing. So when I have guests on, like Honest Drive was on here Wednesday, and this says Shell Reme, but I configured this for Honest Drive last week. So what I do is I create chat messages that go on a 10-minute timer for all of my guests. So, and because there's no such thing as a line break in here in chat, I create multiple chat messages. So the first one is asterisk follow on Strive, and then here's her Twitch, and then her YouTube, and then her TikTok, and so it all comes in a row. If I were to play this whole thing, you're gonna see it pop in chat, just like that. And so you can, by the way, you can turn any of these timers on and off. So they're off right now because she's not in the stream. How long does it take to set up? Like in general, not long at all. Not long at all. So that is a timer. And here's other timers that I use. So you will see MorphBot putting out other things occasionally. Like the one you just saw, Morph Game said, said stream tip. Remember, ABT always be talking, and that one is here. Here's a tip, ABT. It's simple. This is just a simple message. It goes off every 12 minutes, and puts that out there. Here's one for Twitter. This is just saying this is my Twitter. Blah 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 blah. So that's what this timers is for. But the way you do it, if I wanted to put a new command out there, if I wanted to just call it hello world, and here, aka headache, here's the command group. These are the ones that I've created. I could also just type my own mod stuff. And I want this to happen every, I don't know, 60 minutes. And I'm going to have it say, just put a chat message, hit the plus sign, send a streamer, Morph Games, or this is where you connected two accounts, your bot account and your name. If I by default it is off, so this was set as morph bot. If I set yet on, it would be morph games. So I'm gonna say hello world. That's it. I can set it as a whisper if I wanted to. So this is kind of cool. If you really wanted to do this, when somebody hosted you or rated you or donated to you or whatever, you could actually add a command that sends them a whisper. Hey, I really appreciate what you did. Blah 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 blah. I could do that. And so even before I save it, I can just test it, and it says hello world, and then I save it. It's in a mod stuff group, and now it'll do that. And there's the group. It created the group, and it's all good to go. It's enabled. I will just disable it because. But so you say what I meant, like when you learn how to do this stuff, add the actions. That is literally how all of this works. So that's how timers work at a high level. That's how events work. Commands is very similar. I'm gonna add a new command to do something. I'm gonna select the mod stuff group and the chat trigger. So this might be a little bit different to start off with, but the rest of it's the same. So this is where you use, like, you know, if you have like exclamation Discord, right? So I'm gonna do exclamation HW, and that's the name of it. Sorry, I don't have to use exclamation. It's just HW. It says you don't need to put it in. The action is chat message +, hello world. I'm going to send it as a streamer this time. And now you can actually get into usage requirements, so you can determine who can do this. So if I click on this, this says, what is the role? User, affiliate, partner, follower, regular, VIP. Some of you are VIP, some are just regular, some of you are the mods, but we're going to leave this as VIP. So now only people that I have marked as VIP in Twitch settings can actually do this command. So now if I think if I run this, it'll just work, right? But if I do exclamation HW, I have to save this first. All right, so it's saved, activate. All right, so if I do exclamation HW, it should work now. Let's see, who is not one. So FBandit4, if you type in exclamation HW, it shouldn't work for you. So go ahead and try that if you can. We're doing testing. I'm patient. So yeah, see, yeah. Wait, it did work? No, he did it. You did it. Because you're a VIP, I think.
You did it.
Huh?
I did it, yeah.
You did it. But if FBandit did it, or anyone else that isn't a VIP, if you don't have that little diamond symbol next to your line, it shouldn't work. So like that's why I called this group mod commands, because these are commands that I only want the mods to use. And these are commands that I have set up that I want everyone to be able to use. So for instance, these were all in my Streamlabs, because Streamlabs is what used to push it out. Yeah, well, all right, so I'm going fast and I apologize. It's just me. Blame it on the energy drink if you want. Fortunately, this VOD will live forever, so you can always go back and watch the VOD. You can always back and watch the VOD, and I guarantee you I will turn this into a YouTube video. And if you're following my TikTok, quite likely you will see all these end up as TikToks as well. Blame it on the alcohol. That's right. Yeah, my mind is 1,000 miles an hour. It's this fucking caffeine. It's this caffeine. I can't stop. I can't stop. Guido actually said that he thought I played better in Vermintide because of this.
Oh god. You're gonna give yourself a heart attack, oh man.
So as you can see, like the basics of how you do anything is really the same. Community commands. Oh, this is kind of cool. So community commands, of all the people that use the app, whenever you make a new command, you can save it and mark it as a community command, and it goes into this queue, or this directory of all commands anyone uses this app wants to share with people. the interface is shitty. The search is shitty, and you can't browse these categories, but you can find stuff. It also helps you if like you're stuck on, I don't know how to make a good thing. You can probably find something similar and then modify it to your need. Like I'm using this dad jokes one, which you guys love. It's in their chat.
Oh, he is still in there?
Oh yeah.
Didn't win the fight yet?
Dad jokes are, oh, do I not have a TikTok command? You know, let's go look.
Also, Zulu Witch was asking if it's user friendly or intuitive.
It's I don't know. So here's the thing. I was intimidated when I first got it for the first day. And then once I made my first command, my first event or whatever, I was like, "Oh, it's just rinse and repeat. Everything else is just rinse and repeat." So once you make your first thing, you'll realize that it's all the same thing. The only thing that can be intimidating at first really is where do I find like oh wait, this isn't a good example. Where do I find like the special character for what I'm trying to do? And that's going in here and looking for whatever it is you're trying to find. You know, there's a lot in here. It is less intimidating for me because I did spend a decade or close to a decade writing code.
You just
Nerd Storm. Hey, you know what's weird, Gillette? My camera hasn't timed out.
Huh.
Why? Anyway.
The universe said that enough was happening with technical issues today.
Mr. Nerd Storm. Dude, thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I really do. You know, I did change some settings in it.
Hey.
But I've had it for how long? And I've looked. I swear I've changed. It shouldn't be working. It should be time. It should be timing out. Anyway, Code Wolf, what's up? Yeah, Code Wolf. I don't know. It's not doing it. What's up? What is up, my friend? Thank you. Thank you for
you get paid every time you say what's up.
What? No. Well, I can't tell you. Why? You got a problem? You have a problem with me saying what's up? All right. So yes, a decade. I do have about a decade writing as a developer. I do. Guilty as charged. I don't ask me to write any code now. It's been a while since I've written code.
Yeah, because AKA Headache asked how much background
Code Wolf said redeemed. Say what's up? What's up? Even though that's not a real channel point. All right, so I do have a TikTok one here. Oh, that's just a timer. Oh, that's just a timer. So I don't have an actual command for it.
Wilson Colville said, redeem, say what's up, the winner summary of some. These closed captions are amazing.
Are they? Is coding hard? Yeah, Code Wolf's been doing it for 35 years. Is coding hard? Yes, it is. It is. It is hard. Even if you've been doing it for a long time, but you get used to it. And Code Wolf is 200% correct. Anybody can learn to code, but not. It's gonna sound bad. Everyone can learn to code, but not everybody can be good at it. You do have to have a certain kind of mindset to do it. In my opinion, you really do. You have to be creative. You have to enjoy troubleshooting. You have to enjoy problem solving. Yeah, all that stuff, and like figuring stuff out. Just, I don't know if that's the word you're looking for. Because I can't figure out how to take what you're saying and apply it to this. I'll put like 2-3 characters in to be like, nope. Good coders see code like the Matrix, hard to explain, but yeah, yeah, it is kind of like that. Like the Matrix, you know how they're looking at the screen. They're looking at the screen, and like, oh, I can see the woman in the red dress. Well, that's a bit, obviously that's a bit of an exaggeration, but you know, I probably could. I know I can't. I can still look at code nowadays and be like, oh, I can see what you're doing there. You know what I mean? Yeah, you just get to know it like that. And so when I got Mix It Up, and not to put anyone off of this, once I realized what you could do, and once I realized the guide with all the special characters, I'm like, holy shit, I can react to APIs pushed over from Twitch and everywhere else, and here's all the parameters I can use. Like, it's scripting. It really is like scripting. They make it easy for you. What?
Would you say that learning coding is almost like learning a language?
Yeah, absolutely.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. You were a computer science major for 2 semesters in college and had to tell myself, you're done, you're done. That's funny. But yeah, I mean, but the coding languages are different now. I mean, they're easier. I feel like they're easier now than they used to be. Yeah, I do feel like they're easier now than they used to be, because there's this concept of wrapping of wrapped code, which makes it easier to execute. So like as time goes on, people take complicated pieces of code and they wrap it. They put I don't know, a wrapper around it that makes it easier to use. Like, you don't have to know all of the nitty gritty shit below the surface. You can just use it. I don't know. It's easier, you know. So it is smoother. And like languages, like if you've ever been on the internet, you know, you've heard of JavaScript, right? JavaScript used to be, had very little you could do with it per se. Now JavaScript is not quite a full blown programming language, but there's an awful lot more you can do with it. And a lot more people do JavaScript. You can do stuff with CSS nowadays, cascading style sheets. It's crazy. HTML literally was just display. Now you can do more things with HTML. I think you don't want to say it's easier code. I feel like it's easy. Well, maybe it's because from my perspective, like, because you couldn't do a lot of stuff before, and now you can do more. Like, before you could make something happen with a couple different ways. Now there's like 30,000 ways you can make something happen. It just depends what you're comfortable with doing. I'm way off topic. All right. So that was commands, that was events. I'm going to stop talking in a few minutes because I feel like people are like, shut up. Shut up. We showed you action groups. All right. Thanks for the lurk, Zulu. Users is kind of cool. This is not something, I can guarantee this is not something you have access to anywhere else, and definitely not on Twitch. And I love this. So what this allows you to do is see from the time you've started started using it. And by the way, you do want Mix It Up. Obviously you need Mix It Up running your entire stream for any of this shit to happen on your stream. But one thing it does is it records everybody that pops in your stream for how long they're in your stream. And so if I were to go down to, let's go down to CodeWolf since he's here. I'll go down to CodeWolf and I'll click this edit button. And this shows me his roles, how long he's had his account, how long he's been following me, how long his sub has been active, and when's the last time he was in my stream. And since I've been running Mix It Up, how long has he watched my stream since I've been using Mix It Up. And so that is really cool. And the other thing, there's a couple things you can do. You can add a command just for CodeWolf. So this would be like if I wanted to set up something where he could put an exclamation something that only he could use. Kind of cool. I haven't found a reason to use this yet, but I can see how somebody could find something. And there's a custom entrance command. So I have edited this. So whenever CodeWolf, because as a VIP, it just shouts him out. So that's something I do for everybody that I label as a VIP inside of Twitch, is I give them a shout out as soon, like the first time that they come in the stream. And that's kind of cool, right? That is kind of cool. But you could also see how long people have, like how many minutes people have been on your stream, and in general. And this is so little known fact. This is how I determine who's the fucking VIP in my stream or not. Is I sort by amount of time watched, obviously eliminating bots and mods because I can't make a mod a VIP once they're already a mod. But I say, okay, this person has watched me for this amount of time. I'm gonna make him a VIP because I appreciate that love. So that's what I do. All right, I appreciate you hanging out, T Walls, and have a great evening, dude. Have a great evening. So yeah, so that's how I use that, and that was users. And then the last thing I'm gonna go over, I'm gonna give you guys a break, is channel points. So the first thing that let me disable pineapple pizza. The first thing it does is it pulls in all of your first thing it does is it pulls in all of your channel points that you have set up in Twitch. And you can do a lot of things. You can actually create a new channel point from inside Mix It Up, and it pushes it to Twitch. You can edit an existing channel point, or you can add a command to an existing reward. So these are all my channel point rewards. Like turn the light off for 5 minutes. This is a cool one. I'll show you this one because it uses the if, this, and that. And I'm gonna go to edit. And first thing I do is you give it a name. Just it's the name. It comes from Twitch. Sound. So whenever somebody redeems this, it plays that song from TikTok or that sound from TikTok, and then it does a wait for 1 second to allow that to play a little bit. And then I created a set up a command in if this then that I have set up to the lights, and it turns them off. That's literally what it does. And then I have ones I think I have a change color one, which nobody has used yet. The change color one, again, this is something going through if this then that, and it just changes the colors in the back. That's literally what it does. And so because I'm doing these through Mix It Up because I've modified a lot of these through Mix It Up, unlike just leaving through Twitch. If you do it through Twitch and somebody does a channel point reward, I don't even know that it shows anything on screen, but it just shows in your chat, so and so redeemed a channel point. And I actually need to modify some of these. No, I think I did it globally. Is for each of these, I believe, not all of them, but some of them, I've added a special image and a sound that pops up. I actually want to go ahead and add the channel point reward, the name, into each of these, so that also pops up on screen. And one thing you can do though is in the events there was a channel points redeemed. So this, if you edited this, that takes it works with all of those individual channel point rewards and whatever you have each of them set to do, but it also does this stuff. So like the hydrate will probably show a picture of water and like some kind of hydrate like sound, but because it's a channel point redeemed, it also dumps a message in chat, so and so redeemed that reward name. It then shows, oh wait, no wonder I had two of them here. I don't need that. And then it shows on screen, so and so redeemed it on screen as well. And yeah, so you can do a shitload of stuff with channel points. It's pretty cool. It is really cool, especially with the integration with if this then that. And I think the one thing I'll say as I'm wrapping up here is, above anything, that, you know, you ask me like, do you need to know programming or something to use this? No, you don't need to know programming to do this. But I will tell you that knowing programming has allowed me to see all of the possibilities that I can do with this. Right? There's a similar app to this called StreamerBot, and I was telling CodeWolf about this the other day. And for a programmer, that one is, I have not used that one yet, but I might get into it, although I'm so used to this already. That one actually has something called a code compiler in it that you can actually write like raw code. You can write raw code in it, and you can do, oh my, you can do so many additional things with it. Really cool. Really, really cool. So yeah, that is my start of my Mix It Up tutorial for people. I know I threw a lot of stuff at you in a short period of time, But go back and watch the VOD, and you can pause it all you want. You can stop me from talking. So I gotta drink these energy drink more often. This is what I do. This is what I do at my job. When I know I have important meetings in the morning, I time when I drink my coffee. Like, I try to drink my coffee like about a half hour before the meeting, because then I know that my brain is gonna be fast.
Wired.
Yes, wired. And I just have to control myself to not like go a mile a minute. Do I? I don't.
Code watches you.
Yes.
Code watches all of your movements.
Code watches all of my movements.
Mm.
Yeah. So there's Mix It Up. I hope that was helpful. If not, I don't know what to tell you. Brain. Yeah. So there you go.